Hello, my great and wonderful people. How una day today? I hope all of una day well. Today we get two important videos for our team. We want to we want quickly review to una. One, now the one want to be say we they receive from Bola Tinibu when it be say it a grant interview for London. Yes, I believe say a lot of una we don't come across video like that. Please, get the reason why be say specially we bring this video come to talk about waiting we observe during this very interview when it be say Bola Tinibu grant for London. I know maybe a lot of una don't come across this video, una not see am the way when it be say we take see am. Please, only one thing when it be say we need for una now to please pay attention and also follow us systematically, because this video it will take a little time, including the other one when it be say we they receive from Barrister Kenneth when it be the spokesman of Peter Obi of Labour Party. I beg, and also equally help us like this video so that YouTube will help us as well recommend the video to each and every one of us all over the world. The more this video get likes, the more that they recommend them to people. Thank you so much for your support. Now, I will first of all leave you to watch this video of Bola Tinibu, the interview when it be say a grant for London. One thing when it be say I want make una observe there, the questions when it be say they ask Bola Tinibu as a presidential candidate. They ask Bola Tinibu as a presidential candidate question, and Bola Tinibu tell the people when they say that they interview and say he want work with him, share questions to people when they say that they follow him, make that they answer the question. He say na team. I bet make una nervous. We get a lot to talk. First of all, watch the video. I think it's about 14 minutes. We'll come back at the end.
This is democracy, and we have half an hour for some proper conversation now, including some questions both from inside the hall here, but we have many thousands of people watching us on live stream. So welcome if you're on Zoom and on Facebook Live. Mr. Tinibu, I'm going to take questions in threes, so please just, we'll keep track of them, but so we get reasonable a number of questions in. So first of all, there's a very long hand at the back with a pen that is up, and it's the gentleman there. There's a microphone coming to you. Please introduce yourself. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Patrick Smith from Africa Confidential. Mr. Governor, welcome to London. This week, the Central Bank of Nigeria tweeted that the NNPC has not remitted one kobo of oil revenues in the past 6 months, at a time when Brent crude, I think, is above 80 a barrel, heading upwards. Some would say something is going badly wrong with NNPC. Some would blame it on the organized theft of Nigeria's oil, as much as 400,000 barrels a day, by colluding local and international companies and rogue officers in the security services. What is your solution to this very pressing problem?
Thank you very much. As you remember, Chatham House produced a report some years ago, and your current president described it about blood oil when he was here, President Buhari. So the lady just there, please, yes, you, yeah, madam, please go ahead. Second question.
Right, can I sit or stand?
Stand up, then people can see you, please.
Right, good
Thank
afternoon
you.
all. Your Excellency, wonderful. The question I wanted to ask, you have touched on briefly. My name, first of all, is Baroness Tinubu Davis Kensington. I'm a Nigerian. You've touched on security, very important issue in Nigeria. But you've not told us how you're going to manage this. We'd like you to tell us how you will manage security in Nigeria. And second part of my question, there's loads of kidnapping of women and girls in Nigeria, rape of our young children in Nigeria. Can you tell us, Your Excellency, how this will be managed? Thank you.
Thank you very much for being very precise. Mr. Tinibu, we had many questions coming in live stream about how you're going to combat terrorism and violence against women, including from Bolupi Omosori. So the gentleman right here on the corner, yes, you, sir. There's a microphone there. Please go ahead. Please be no long speech. We don't have time. So put your phone down. You're an intelligent gentleman. I know you can ask it straight.
Well, my name is Odiana Dominic Matthew. Thank you, Asiwaju Bola Tinibu, for taking this opportunity to come and speak to us. You may know that I was one of your beneficiaries, even though I grew up in Lagos, but I was never a native. But I was granted the opportunity to work in Lagos State, even though I was from a different state. So that, tells me about how your policy is likely to be. But my question is this, because having worked for 10 years, there as a social development worker and youth worker during your administration in Lagos State, before coming here to qualify as a solicitor, practicing here in the UK, I'm more concerned about the young people. What program do you have for our young people? As you know, most political parties benefit from they benefit from the goodwill of young people. Okay. And so have you got plans, that will generate training, appointments,
thank you.
And also job security?
Okay, thank you so much. So what are your plans for youth, young people? If you would like to answer the questions, Mr. Tinibu. Please, if we can keep quiet and one conversation here. Thank you. Go ahead.
Let me once demonstrate here. One of those philosophers and one of the doctrine that I believe firmly in is teamship. Unbreakable team. To demonstrate that, I will choose the first question, assign it to Dele Alake.
Okay.
And the second question, assign to Nasiru El-Rufai. And third question, assigned to Ben Ayade.
All right, so can we have a microphone coming in the front? And the first question is about blood oil. Oil. There, this gentleman. There. Yeah, El-Rufai, I can see him. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Security, Nasiru El-Rufai.
Yes, thank you very much for that. Now, the issue of oil theft in Nigeria is deep-seated, and it's been long-standing. It's been there. It's not a new development, as we all know. It's been there for decades, and then we discover the various dimensions daily. Now, the incoming administration, by the grace of God, of Bola Ahmed Tinibu, has devised some novelties in terms of strategies. First of all, to combat oil theft is tied to the security situation of Nigeria. Now, the questioner has linked it with connivance with the security agencies. Now, the Bola Ahmed Tinibu administration has a three-pronged approach to this. In terms of regenerating, revamping, and recalibrating the security equipment, technology, that's one. The human angle, in terms of the size of the security too. Today we have over 200 million people, and there's no way the current strength of our security agencies can adequately cope with the gargantuan and enormous problems of security, securing lives and property. So the personnel of all the security or coercive agencies will be increased to cope with the large population of Nigeria. That's another dimension. The third dimension is really employing state-of-the-art technology like drones. We know today that there is, in terms of kidnapping, in terms of even identifying the oil theft and the oil pipelines, the illegal pipelines that have been rigged, that have been embedded in the ground for years. You cannot but employ technology like drones to pinpoint the actual spots where these things are. And this has already started. The current administration actually is making very good strides in this respect. They've been unearthing and discovering and arresting, apprehending the culprits in charge of all. So this will be intensified. It will continue and actually be taken to a higher level, such that in the first 6 months of the Bola Ahmed Tinibu administration, oil theft will not only be reduced tremendously, the goal is to stop it in its entirety. I think that's all.
Excuse me. That does not mean a departure from the present administration. The classification, a theft and a receiver exists. So you have to classify the receiver as taking blood money.
So, Governor Al-Rufai, please, go ahead.
Your Excellencies, my friend, Mr. Alex Vines, ladies and gentlemen, security has been a big issue in Nigeria in the last few years, and that has affected not only rural economies, but agricultural production, commerce, and everything else. The Bola Tinibu administration will address these challenges, or whatever remains of it, after the efforts of this administration in at least 3 ways. First, policing. Nigeria has about 300,000 policemen for a population of over 200 million. We need at least twice that number. That will be achieved by amending the Constitution so that policing can be at federal, state, and even at community levels. With increased security footprint, there will be less and less of criminal activity. The second step is to look at our armed forces and security architecture. Nigerian armed forces are not more than 200,000 in size, the Army, Navy, the Air Force. While some countries are even looking at a space military, we are struggling with just less than 200,000 members of the armed forces for a country with a population of 200 million plus. The numbers, the equipment, the skills, and the training of the armed forces will be scaled up, will be increased rapidly to meet the asymmetric nature of the security challenges that we face. Because today, our armed forces are not fighting with other countries, they are fighting with non-state actors, and the doctrine, the training, the numbers must change. And the Bola Tinibu administration already has a blueprint which is embedded in our action plan to address this. We'll scale up the numbers of the armed forces, we'll ramp up not only the numbers, but the training and equipment. In Nigeria, in 1967, the total size of the Nigerian army was only 10,000. Because of the civil war, within a year, we ramped it up to 250,000. So it can be done. And what we are facing in Nigeria today, banditry, terrorism, separatism, and oil theft, requires a new approach towards security, enhancing the numbers, providing enhanced technology, and collaborating with the rest of the world to ensure that our country is not only internally safe, but not a threat to our neighbors. Thirdly, the issue of proliferation of small arms following the collapse of Libya due to no fault of ours will have to be addressed through collaboration with countries like Mali, Niger, Sudan, and Chad, and so on and so forth. This we have already started, but this will be deepened and broadened under the leadership of a new security team under the Bola Ahmed Tinibu administration by the special grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a third question on education and youth, of which we have got about 30 questions on this that have come in, including from Mariam Haruna. So, Mr. Tinibu, maybe you'd like to answer that question.
I would love to do so.
Yeah.
Youths are part of today, but they are the greatest asset for tomorrow. We need to prepare them from now, from our all-inclusive government. The youth has been part of that. I want the governor of Lagos State to stand up. Yes, it's a youth.
All right, my great and wonderful people. I believe say all of you now watch that video the way when it be say we take watch them. Now listen to us. The reason why it be say we carry this video come. It did very good. We not dey against and say people they assist Bola Tinibu. One thing when it be say we ought to understand here na place when it be say anybody when it be say he want hand over the seat of the president of this country need to take responsibility. You never reach office. This one at the time to dialogue with people, to speak from your own mind, for us to know what you get upstairs. Tinibu share questions for people made that they answer for them, and people they clap. What a word. Who do Africa like this? Where in the world this kind of thing will happen? Where in the civilized world, not even in the London where it be said that for the whole this meeting, it will ever happen. The people in London, the people when it be said they get UK, the government of UK, that they laugh at Bola Tinibu and Nigeria, yes, as a nation, to showcase this kind of habits as a presidential candidate. You carry men follow body, that they ask you questions. Interactive session, you dey share questions, say you want to do teamwork. Where therefore they as in, where on earth that kind of thing they exist? You not be president, even though say you don't be president. A place like this, you would share questions to people when they say they follow you, maybe they help you. They answer questions where they ask you. Question when they say they pose to you to answer. Okay, now, you never sit down as a president. You don't they do like this. What if you don't sit down as a president, which is to say, now people will they wash your hand, they wash your leg, as the Nigerians will eventually worship you. Now, to the last question because of time, you see at the end of this video, it tell Governor Sanwo-Olu stand up, say na youths. Person like this, like Governor Sanwo-Olu, supposed to be a person when he be say, if they run for the position of the president. Just look around the world. Look around the world. Any place will be said they forget prime minister, president. Look at their age and look at their bracket. You will see and say, now the average of Governor Sanwo-Olu, it's tell and make it stand up, say now youths. And then they clap. Africa, as in, make I not use my mouth, say we are doomed. May God help us. And those Nigerians will be said that they shout, that they hail them, that they clap for people like Bola Tinibu and all the rest, Nasiri El-Rufai, and the rest of others when be say they attend this meeting, those Nigerians not fit ask themselves question whether the UK where it be say that they so, whether na so their leaders stay they represent their people. The time when it be say election they go on for UK just now so the people, the candidates, they carry people, they follow, but they can't they answer questions for them. They not fit ask themselves. And tomorrow they will tell us say that they wise. Abi? Now una self una they do not be us. And not be only una self, una children, and the land when it be say una for come outside. Na una they do. Nigerians they ashamed of una. Africa they ashamed of una. And the soil of the land, they are ashamed of una. Now, only the message going to be say we get for una na it be this very one. At least, una don't fit still go outside. Una don't see lights from another angle. Una suppose at least measure from that very point. Una think say now we na want suffer, no problem. When the time reach, all of us will know where our future lies. All right, my people, I want beg una. The second video, when we say we receive from Barrister Kenneth, we know we'll add and join this one because of time. Not be everybody will get patient to watch to this very extent. It will be like saying a waste now in that one be. We'll carry them over to the other brokers. I beg pardon us. All right, we would like to draw the line here. We will see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.